dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening. You like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and nothing about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. But the second I start with the state of the economy, black leadership, black cards, and black sovereignty, that's when you can't seem to follow me. Confusion, you feel like you're losing, no longer abusing. This song's about choosing while you're cruising. Either black entertainment or the black revolution. People love to see a young black man rap until he wakes up and realizes he's caught in the trap. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. Hey, talking about drinking, it's nothing about thinking. As long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. But the minute I get in it about the way these rappers spit it, the minute I start spitting that truth becomes a critic. I freestyle off the like removing your Yankee fitting, but they not really checking for skills, they want the gimmick. Many of the challenges we face, we can solve them, but there's no trust, no unity, and that's the problem. Black people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. White people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. U.S. foreign policy is simply just bomber. Rebels against their own government, the U.S. harms them. Then things get out of hand, yeah, they try to calm them. More money, more diplomacy, just charm them. If that doesn't work, then they move to Osama. Turn it into a terrorist so they can disarm them. Through the corporate media, we don't stand a chance, but too many people want us to just stand and dance. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and not about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. You like me, you like me, you like me.
Peace, 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 peace. This is the time to this one. This is your time. And see the title of it. This is my land, and I'm home. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna get into this shit. It's gonna be real good. Live stream, and and I just wanted to start it off with give some people some shout outs who sent some donations. Um, just give me a second. Let me just open my PayPal account up. All right. Let me see. Shout out to C Brown. You know, I don't like to use the whole name, so hopefully the individuals who sent me the donations they know exactly who I'm talking about. Shout out to C Brown for the $50 donation. Shout out to DA for the $25 donation. Shout out to OB for the $50 donation. Shout out to CJ for the $20 donation. Shout out to MG for the $7 donation. Shout out to Q Smith for the $15 donation. Shout out to CS for the $25 donation, and shout out to LT for the $20 donation. Listen, I definitely appreciate the donations, no matter what size they are. I did cop me a GoPro, and I'm going to cop some more soon as I can possibly get a couple of dollars. Like I said, I'm gonna eventually put my own money, have to put some of my own money into it. But I definitely appreciate a lot of you guys for just at least helping me out, man. You know what I'm saying? If you like to donate, the link is in the description. Actually, I'm gonna put the link in the description, but you guys know exactly where to go. I have them in my other I have them on my other videos that I put up. Actually forgot to put up. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna definitely put the links in the description. Also, you can go cop a T-shirt. I just added some new T-shirts up there. Hopefully you guys like the T-shirts, whatever. I'm probably add some more stuff, some more ladies, and probably some children T-shirts. So I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Definitely, man. Love and light to everybody, whether you send donations or you don't send donations. If you just come on, leave a comment, you rock with me. Listen, man, I love y'all, man. And shout out to the Aborigines, man. You know what I'm saying? All rise to the Aborigines, all right? So with that being said, right? Where I'm gonna start off at, all right? I'm started off with a lot of people that's still causing fucking confusion, man. And you know the sad part is, the sad part, I'm gonna say it like this, right? If you're a brother or sister from any other parts of the Americas and you come here and you show peace to the brothers and you rock with us, then all shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? You have any right to be just like the next person, right? But if you one of them brothers that come from a different part and you're not naturally from North America and you come here and you cause confusion, you should go back home and promote whatever your thing is there. Don't be promoting your shit amongst the Aborigines and you're trying to cause division against us. Everybody's a fucking agent except the motherfuckers who not from here. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Stop taking a lot of these serious about what they be saying on here. Everybody's an agent. Everybody's a fucking agent except some of these other niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you got motherfuckers who not even naturally from here. And I ain't taking no shots at none of my brothers. You know, my brother Carl, he from Haiti. My brother Karimio, he from South America. It's another brother, Murdoch. I believe his name Murdoch. He always be commenting on. I think he from the Caribbean. Like I said, they're my brothers, man. I would never say anything to like they call separation against anybody. Like I said, you can be a straight Mexican and you come and you show love and light and you show peace to the brothers and sisters here or whatever. You family. You family. The motherfuckers who not family is the people who cause confusions. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna just touch on the motherfucker Garfield for a minute, right? Nigga Garfield, he don't even know he's an Arawak. But yet he come to North America and trying to tell the North American Negroes where they from. You know what I'm saying? He need to go back, do some research, and find out where the fuck he from first before you come here trying to put that premise. And that's for other motherfuckers. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. I ain't got to mention no names. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come to North America, don't come here causing, nobody's following you. So don't come here causing confusion. Especially if you're not from here naturally. Don't come here causing fucking confusion. Cause I'm gonna start calling motherfuckers out. And like I said, I rock with my brothers and sisters. I rock with motherfuckers from Dominica, Dominican Republic, PR, all the Caribbean islands. All the Caribbean islands. But my thing is this, right? I just don't like when people come here and call separation, especially when you should be humble to be even in the same platform as the North American Aborigines. Should be humble. If I go to a place in the Caribbean or whatever, I'm not gonna go there cause a separation against the brothers and sisters there. I'm gonna get in where I fit in, and I'm gonna humble myself. I'm not gonna be this. Nah, fuck all that. That's not your place to be doing. So with that being said, man, let's get into this fucking video, man. And like I said, if excuse my French, man, you already know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said we all grow here, and I don't believe in Christianity, so I got a very filthy potty mouth, so you already know what it is. All right. So start off with my sister right here, Queen Valar, Renita. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some more. So don't come to my fucking channel like, oh, she's a more, and kiss my ass and unsubscribe if that's what you're gonna fucking do. Because at this point in time, you need to get the signs from so you can liberate yourself. Because you won't out of national claim your declaration from just these niggas out here fucking putting feathers in their head. With that being said, you could take the signs and apply it to yourself, and you can put your own word or what you want to put on your affidavit or declaration, or when you publish it, or whatever you planning to do with this information. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna put a little bit of this on. Let me see what she got. All right, she right here.
Throughout the history of this country, the majority of us have believed that we were from Africa. I'm not going to start with that discussion tonight because most likely, because you already know we're not from Africa and that in fact this is our land. With that premise, whether more or not more, I'm going to start with law really is.
All right. And I just like to start it off with that right there. Listen, I urge you, if you want to law, if you want to study some of this shit, please watch our video. Please watch this video, okay? Don't let nobody deter, don't let none of these fucking weirdos deter you from trying to study, learning the science, and learning how to defend yourself in these fucking kangaroo courts, all right? Because it's no Aborigines teaching you how to defend yourself in these kangaroo courts, okay? And get your ass in there, extort you for your energy, and you be working to pay them. If you only make $10 an hour and you get fucked for like $500, you do the math on how many hours you're gonna have to work for free in order. That being said, man, you already know what it is, all right? So, oh, excuse me, let me see something real quick. All right, so let me see, where was I at? Where did I want to start at today? Where did I want to start at? All right, I want to start here, right? I'm gonna go back to my shit right here. All right, so I got the census pulled up again, right? You already know how we do. You already know I love to put the census up here, all right? 1790 census, race and Hispanic origin in the United States, all right? So you see, total population, you got white, black, American Indian, Eskimo, Asian, and Pacific Islanders. And it says other races. Then you got Hispanics and white and Hispanics, all right? But they, as you see, they ain't come until later on. They didn't come, Hispanics ain't get here till 1940, 1940. Look, you can see it for yourself. Well, you say 1930, you can see it for yourself right here, right? And you see no numbers right there, right? All right, so now you go down and go to the earliest. Here we go. All right, 1790. Remember, this is white. This is American Indian. This is Pacific Islanders, and this is the other races that we mentioned, right? Now you don't see, only people you see here from 1790 until 1880. Okay, you start seeing small percentage, 0.1 or 0.1, like 1% or a very a tenth of a fucking whatever, however you want to put that math term or whatever. But as you see, from 1790, you see 80% white, you see 19% blacks. You go here, still total, say 100%. You got free blacks right here, right? So you got free blacks in 1790, 7% of the blacks that was free was 7%, right? And 92% of them were slaves, right? Now check this out. This is what I like to do, right? Because you got a lot of people who don't understand, right? Now, see right here, see what I put in. Were Indian slaves counted on the census, right? And you can't find nothing on it, right? Because see what the trick is this, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? The biggest trick is this. They wasn't expecting you to find out that it was Indian slaves for you to ask where they at on the census. They wasn't expecting for you to find out that the Indian looked it like this. See this? This is the Virginia Historical Society, all right? This is that iconic picture that you always see of what we consider to be Powhatan, okay? Now look, this is the actual figure himself. Look, check it out. Look at how he look. This is him actually. Look, he got 2 chains on, those side joints, wristbands. As you see, Look at the back, like he got an afro. No. See this? Him right there, right? Now my thing is this. Hold up, let me go back over here. All right, so my thing is this. You don't see no articles clearly telling you. Now look, let me see this right. Let me see if I can find something to where I can give you a brief understanding of what I'm talking about. All right, so let me see what this is. What I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna start from right here. Let me see something. All right, boom. It's chapter 1, race and multi-racial Americans in the U.S. Census. All right, now this is bullshit, right? Because I'm gonna show you articles stating that they was enslaving the so-called Aborigines from the time these bastards got here. Okay, I'm gonna show you that, and then and see what they don't, what they wasn't planning on you finding out was that it was already black people here. They was never planned. That was never in the plan for us to find out that the original people they were slaving was black people, black so-called Indians, or that's the term, or we could refer to them as Aborigines. Okay, and remember when you read Samuel Morton, his book, The Aboriginal Races of America, he said the physiognomy of the Indian is that of the Negro. All right. So now look, it says every U.S. census since the first in 1790 has included question about racial identity, reflecting the central role of race in American history, from the era of slavery to current headlines about racial profiling and inequality. But the ways in the race is as about the classification have changed. Census politics and science of race has fluctuated, and efforts to measure the multi-race populations, they say, are still evolving. 1790 to 1950, census taker determined the race of the Americans. They counted sometimes taking into account how individuals perceived in their community or using rules based on their share of black blood. Now, look, this is what they try to tell you: black blood. Right now, they try to say that. All right, let me get read. Then I explain. It says American who were multiracial ancestry. They say were either counted in a single race or classified into a categories that mainly consisted of graduations of black and white, such as mulattoes who were tribulated with non-white population beginning in the 1960s. The Americans, they say, could choose their race since the 2000s. All right, that's not what we're talking about. I'm trying to find something pertaining to the Indians. See what they never planned on us finding out, right? That Indians were slaves, right? Now check this out. Now you see this? Now look. Now automatically when you put were the slaves counted on the census, right? Now look, it says African Americans in the census from 1790 to 1930. The federal government conducted a census every 10 years. The federal constitution stipulated that slaves were counted as 3/5. Now look, we already clarified the fact that they brought Indian slaves here. So where is the Indian slaves at on the fucking census? All right, now check this out. Let me see something. Let's go down. Let's go down. What was the first census? All right, let's go here. All right, well, nah, you know what? I'm gonna click on this one right here. It's a Genealogy Today article. Let me see if I can get this one. All right, now check this out. All right, right here. Right here. All right. It say from 1790 to 1840, only the heads of households were named in the census, including free persons of color. It say others in the household, including slaves, were merely counted by numbers in the later census. It say tallied by age or gender. 1850 to 1860 were the first to identify names of every free citizen in the household, including women, children. It's with a separate slave schedule or slaves. It's a slave schedule. Identify each slave by number, age, and gender. It's say under the name of the slave owner. Okay. All right, now it's telling you that they counted slaves because, and then how do we know they count slaves? Because they put it right here on the census. Look, they got slaves right here on the census. It's 1790. Now check this out. Let me see. Hold up. All right, let me open another tab up real quick. I want to do something real quick. Hold on. You know what? I think I got that shit down here. Let me see something. No, I think I closed it. All right, hold up. Now I read some. I think I read that one right there. Hold up, this one right here. When I did the Charleston video, when they apologized for slavery. Now let me see something. I don't think this might have been it. Just bear with me, y'all. I got a lot of shit pulled up. All right, boom. Yeah, I can deal with this one. This was one of them. All right, boom. Let's rock with this. All right. All right, boom. It says when English settlers arrived in Low Country region in the late 16. Now check this out. Listen to what time we dealing with, because this is the main reason why I pulled this article up, so we could see the time. 1790. If they're showing slaves on there, what was these Indian slaves classified as? Especially when we got the images of what they look like. Okay. Now look. When English settlers arrived in Low Country region in the late 16th century, right? They encountered American Indian groups, including the Wanda, the Kawa, the Sono, the Intuwa, Indisto, the Tarkaras, and the Yamasee. Say many of these indigenous people had already been exposed to European through Spanish and French exploration. And their population was decimated by European diseases, which we know that's not true. Those who survived engaged in strategically with the Carolina settlers in trade, a military alliance, as well as conflict and open warfare. Okay, alliances and rivals shifted over time, creating a complete web of collaboration and exchange, as well as animosity between American Indians and Carolina settlers. All right, slavery contributed to tensions between Low Country native groups. The Carolina settlers were attempting to replicate the Barbadian system of plantation agriculture, dependent on enslaved African labor. Now they telling you African labor when we already know they was already bringing people from the Massachusetts. See what it is this. Every time you see a black person, they're never going to test an Indian. They're going to always tell you that's an African. But yet they're telling you that they was taking Pequots from Massachusetts to Barbados. But every time that you see a black person, they're going to be like, oh, that's an African. So you're never going to see the actual Indian, because the actual Indian always classified as an African, right? Now check this out. It says Carolina settlers who engaged in significant number of American Indians. Settlers traded guns and other manufactured goods to Indians and deer skins and slaves, creating a cycle of debt dependency that often led to European traders' abuses. The Bardadians say were especially involved in developing an American Indian slave trade in the Carolinas to the West Indies. Okay, now let's read that again. Okay, all right, where was I at? Okay, all right, it says, creating a cycle of debt and dependency. See, the dependency is something you have to understand. We became dependent to these people. We shouldn't even became dependent because everything that they wanted. They didn't have no land. They didn't have no food. The shit that they was bringing here, we really didn't need. But because of power and because we wanted to fucking have dominion over our enemies, therefore, we use these Europeans. And at the end, the Europeans fucked us around. Okay? Now, creating a cycle of debt and dependency that often led to European trader abuses. The Barbadians say were especially involved in developing the American Indian slave trade. Now, check this out. So you think that they just enslaved American Indians and then when it was done, they allowed them to go back to their culture? You really believe that? You really believe that? You really believe that they was enslaving these Indians and then they allowed them to go back to their culture? You'll be a fucking fool to believe that, right? Now look, check this out. I just showed you what possibly look like, right? We're gonna dance a little bit with this. Let me see if I can open it up. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on, computer. Let me see. Let's bear with me, man. Shit is moving a little slow, y'all, tonight. All right, there you go. Opening back up. I don't know why every time I got a bunch of pictures up, this shit take forever to load up. Boy. All right, so let me go to another one. That's another page right here. Nah, one right here. All right, here we go. All right, let me see. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Every time I do this, every time I pull up all these pictures. All right, there you go. I think there you go. Hold up. All right, here we go. All right, so these right here, like I showed you in all the pictures right here, these are not Africans. These are motherfucking Aborigines right here, right? Now look, see this? More Aborigines. Oh, you know what? It's not going in. See these Indians working for the Europeans, right? These are more Indians. See this? Some smoking. See they got the grass skirt on. See they got the little Afro type haircuts. More Aboriginal for them. For the same pictures with the same feather crown on the same grass skirt in Virginia, like I just showed you. King Power. I mean, what we I don't know who he is, But I know one thing, they got his body in there for a reason. Come on, computer. Ah, shit. I ain't gonna sit through this. Man, I don't know what the fuck is up with this tonight, man. This is bugging tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Because this ain't cool at all. All right, so let me see. Another image like this. I guess this is a scarecrow in the background. But you see these are American Aborigines that's working for these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? They used us first. Like I said, this is the research of the work right here. Because that ready here, and that the people who that was doing all work here was us. And the same thing, like I told you, American Aborigine in Europe with another afro, dark skin, copper color, or whatever you want to call them, rustic, chestnut, maroon, whatever. Okay. Well, that's another image, but I don't even need to use that one. Another American Aborigine with the feather crown, right? Now look, how you know they wore the feather crown, right? Because this is another thing. I actually pulled this article right here by Humbug, but this shit right here told me a lot too. When I was studying the Natchat, I guess that's how we pronounce it. All right, so boom. All right, so it's where do the Natchat live today? The Natchat was defeated by the French in the early 1700s, and the survivors scattered. The people had distinct descent live in many different places today, but most live amongst the Chickasaw Creek Cherokee tribes, Oklahoma. It's a those absorb many of the Natchat refugees. It say other Natchat people were sent to West Indians as slaves by the French. And some Afro-Caribbean people today have Natchat and other Indian ancestry. Now they trying to tell you at the same time, it say Afro-Caribbean. The Natchat was Afro. Okay, they were Negroes. And this is what people don't fucking understand. They want you to believe that anytime you see he was an African, when I'm showing love, look, it's not an African. This is a motherfucking Indian. It's an American Indian, okay? This? See this? Another American Indian. Now look, check this out. Now look. Now hold on. A better view on this one. Let me see. I want to get a better one than that. Where we at? In Virginia, right? They got that feather crown again. Look at this little. I look at the little baby right here, or little boy right here working for him. Okay, right? Now look, he ain't got no clothes on, got a little afro, right? Now check this out. Now this is just some humbugs. I'm just freestyling. I just wanted to make a quick video just to do some other stuff. It says, what was the Natchat clothing? Did they wear feather headdresses and face paint? The Natchat men wore breastcloth and leather leggings. The Natchat women wore wraparound skirts. What do Negroes wear these days? It say made of deer skin and woven fiber. It say shirts were not necessary in the Natchat culture. Wore tunics. It say tunics in cooler weather. The Natchat wore moccasins on their feet. It say here are some photographs of the Indian clothing. I ain't gonna click on that in general, but you guys that have this, right? Look, it says the Natchat did not wear bonnets. Okay, it says the great son wore a fancy feather crown. a fancy feather crown. None of the Mongoloids wear feather crown. What the fuck is this? None of the Mongoloids wear feather crowns. Okay. Now, but guess what though? We got feather crowns. Oh here. See this? Look at your feather crown again. No, they ain't got a feather. Got something similar on to a feather crown. Even in Jamaica, they wore something similar to a feather crown. Okay. Crown. Look at this gold. Got a gold chain on. It's hair braided. It's a Negro. It's a Negro all day, every day. Okay. But why the Indians was dark because of Africans. So why all the images that I got are they all dark skinned? And we start today. Okay. That now this is in the Virginia historical system. The feather crown, just like the Naschat wore, right? It said what the Naschat wore. It say the great son wore a fancy feather crown. Okay, a fancy feather crown. Now let's go back to another. Let's go back to where was I at initially? I think I was initially right here. Let me see something. Oh, I was right here. Let me go back to where I was initially at. Been a long day, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody viewing this channel. It's your boy Tauntless One. And like I said, trying to get this documentary out. I really appreciate people who can send some donations if you can afford it. If you cannot afford it, then, take care of your family. And I'm going to try my best way to get this out possibly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like I said, it's not mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I know right now we struggling. We all struggling, okay? So if anybody could send something that without, without it putting dead or without them not having nothing to eat or whatever, listen, I would not even ask for none. I would just rather you take care of your family and do good. But those of you who can, if that's in your budget, if you can donate anything so I can get this documentary out. Like I said, I'm trying to raise a couple, like around like maybe 8,000-9,000, just in case I got to travel. I'm gonna have to travel because I'm not really trying to do the Skype thing. I want to be in first person with most people that I am interviewing. But I know that I might have to give a couple of dollars up just so some of the brothers and sisters will be willing to do the will be willing to do an interview so I can put it on video. Okay. All right, so boom, look, so it's telling you right here. All right, so it says creating a cycle of debt dependency that often led the European trader abuser. The Baghdadians were especially involved in the development of American Indian slave trade in the Carolinas, right? Now, why don't they tell you nothing about the Indians being slave? Why every time I find something, I say, look, check this out. What's it here? Hold up. Let me see. Where was I at? Oh, actually, I think it might be this one right here. So just hold up. It say, while Native Americans were familiar with the low country landscape and could often escape from the Carolina plantations, they could not easily escape from West Indian plantation. Other Americans were held captive in Carolinas. By 1720, the Carolina census included 1,500 enslaved American Indians out of an estimate total population of 17,000. All right, now check this out. Let's go down a little bit more. Right. It says, angered by the land encroachment, traders' abuse, debt, and enslave, a confederation of American Indians attacked the English settlement. Now this is where you get all your wars from. All your wars was because they was enslaving us first. That's where you get all these wars from. Or either they was enslaving the fact that they was on our fucking land, right? It says, let me read it again. Anger by land encroachments. A trader abuses debt and enslavement. A confederation of American Indians attacked English settlements and plantations during the Yamasee War in 1715 and 1717. Now look, where does the Africans at? Where was the Africans at? Why are they still telling you that they was enslaving people in 1715 and 1717, right? It say this was one of the strongest challenges to the European dominance, okay? It say in North America by the indigenous people during the colonial people, and it nearly destroyed the Carolina colony. It say eventually colonists established a Sankey peace after forming an alliance with the Cherokees in 1716. It's a many American Indians left the area. It's a moving south or deeper into the interior. Okay, deeper into the interior. Oh, the Gullah. Oh, the Gullah moved deeper into the interior, into the Gulf and in the Florida Keys. They say in the years following the Yamasee War, because remember, I think the Yamasee was somehow connected to the Gullah too, because they would tell you that the Gullah and Yamasee was in similar places in South Carolina. Okay, it says Carolina settlers attempted to maintain this peace by limiting American Indian slavery. Low country planners focus on increasing their labor forces through the purchase of enslaved Africans. Now, look, here we go. It say who were arriving in greater numbers through the Port Charles. It say by the late 18th century, it say as the number of Africans arrived, outnumbered enslaved Americans. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe that the Africans was outnumbering the enslaved American Indians. Okay, now check this out. It say the census stopped differentiating between Africans and American Indian slaves, and Negro increasingly became synonymous with slave. Now, what the fuck did they just tell you right there, right? This is the confusing part, what they would try to confuse you, right? Now, I'm gonna read this again. What was I at? Let me start from the top. This motherfucker, he got a bunch of comments. It say low country planters focus on increasing their labor forces, free labor, they say the purchase of enslaved Africans. Now look, they only brought over 380,000 Africans, okay? Numbers of Africans was not more than the Aborigines, because you got to remember the small amount of Aborigines that they did enslave. It was a larger population of Aborigines who was free, who was warring with them. And as they conquer these people, or as they conquer us, we eventually assimilated into their society. That's why you start seeing us being enumerated on the census. Okay, that's what these numbers right here for. Now look. As you see, let's go and jump back up, yo. Hold up. All right, 1790. Remember, total population, white, black. No Indians here. You don't see no Indians until you did in this small population. Don't even worry about that shit. Until you don't even see nothing in 1890. You don't see none in here. Okay, now look. Let's check this out. So from 1790. Okay, until let's say 1850, right here. Let me see something too, y'all. Hold up. All right, that's the percentage. All right, I want to see the numbers. Right here, we go right here. Here go the numbers right here. My bad, y'all. So this is white, this is black. So in 1790, according to the so-called blacks, right, it was 757. It was 757,280. 208, right? Now it tells you right here clearly, because they do is they cover this shit up. They always want you to believe that it was more. They always want you to believe that it was more so-called Africans brought here, which the biggest lie. So the Africans made it across the oceans. They made it across the oceans. All they had a bigger the diseases that would have came out of living in filth like that, defecation, other bodily fluids, urination, people vomiting, women having their menstrual cycles, as well as some of the other diseases and shit that took place. They want you to believe that shit right there would have killed them off immediately. The methane gas from the urine and from the feces would have killed them off quick. They wouldn't have been in no shape to come here and work. And we so fucking stupid to believe this. They show you these motherfuckers laying down. So you telling me they was laying down like that and wasn't nobody going to the bathroom? People get bed sores from laying in urine. So you telling me that shit when it ate through none of their skin or ate through none of their flesh? Come on, man, get the fuck out of there. We got to be the biggest dummies on the planet if they believe, they wiped out all of the American Indians and then to bring the Africans in. Africans were strong enough to fight off the European diseases. Are you serious? Dude, do I look like a damn fool? I was born on a day, but I wasn't born yesterday. Okay? So, all right, so boom. So here we go right here. So go all right. So I'm gonna read this a little bit more. All right, so it says, all right, so low country planners focus on increasing their labor forces through the purchase of enslaved Africans who were arriving in greater numbers through the port of Charlestown, okay? It say by the late 18th century, right? Now, listen to this. As the number of African arrival outnumbered, this is what they want you to believe, okay? Say by the late 18th century, right? The late 18th century, that would have been after the Emancipation Proclamation. So how you want to say in the late 18th century, as the numbers of African arrival, they stopped the importation of Negroes in 1808. But one thing that we can rock with is this. It says the number of the Africans arrived outnumber enslaved American Indians. The census stopped differentiating between African and American Indian. Why? So why would they stop the differentiate? Why? Because the Negro means dark skin or brown or black person. Okay, but it also is a term for someone who is in bondage too. So don't never forget that, right? So check this out. Maybe the reason why they stay in differentiating, because remember, the physiognomy of that of the Negro, of the Indian, is that of a Negro. Now look at the African, look at the American, look at the African, look at the American. Look, this says African. Even though it says Negro, there's no such thing as a Negroid. There's no such thing. The Negroid is someone who's in bondage. So no person would have had no tribe called Negroid or none of that goofy shit. Like they try to tell you, the Niger of Nigeria. Nah, that was some shit that they created from calling them Negro or bringing Negroes there. Okay, so look, you see this? This says African. Oh, come on, computer, what the fuck is going on, man? Sorry about that, y'all. Sometimes that shit be American, okay? Look at him. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. See him? See him? See him? Okay? Look at this guy. 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 I would keep on doing it because it has to be. Look, you see that? Where are the Indians that look like this, man? Where are they at? Where they at? I'm waiting, because we don't even have to go off of that because of what they said they look like. And not to mention, we got so many other scholars who came here. Now check this out. Hold up. We even going there, right? Now look. Feather crowns. What did they say the Nashat wore? Feather crowns. They also told you the Nashat was enslaved too, right? Look. See that? He looked like he had a turban on or something, but still more feather crowns, right? Look what the Gold Coast New Negroes, right? They got the same fucking thing on that we wore here, okay? The same thing, okay? This shit open up. Yeah, it's fucking computer. I swear to God, yo, this shit ain't. I ain't like. I'm thinking about taking this shit back and get another one, man. See this? Now it says, look, it say smallpox. It say no boat having been on board. It say and all other communications with the people from Charlestown prevented whatever. It says full. It say full one half of the above Negroes have had smallpox in their own country. Now look, they calling them Negroes. So we already know these are Indians, right? These are American Indians right here. But if you don't know no better, you will be lied. They will lie to you and tell you that these are Africans, okay? Repetition. I mean, it's repetitive, but it has to be repetitive. Look, the more. Look, this is American Indian, bro. You got that feather crown on. It's American Indian, okay? It's American Indian. Let me see something. Where we at? Look, American Indian. See these people? More American Indians. See that? I know they get drawings, man, but that's only the motherfuckers is going to can they look like the people over there lying to people. Now look, what's this? New Amsterdam. What was New York called? New Amsterdam. Who was there? The Dutch. What country do the Dutch have hookers and fucking drugs and all that shit? And what the fuck is the name of that? Where everybody be going fucking to go over there go get high. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, say the American. Okay. Okay, he got the same thing on, feather crown, smoking the pipe. Okay. And that's why I say, man, like people need to you be so-called scholars. They only scholars if they can use the fucking white man research. They can't think for themselves. They need people to think for them because if you was able to think for yourself, when you see images like this will raise a fucking flag to where you'll be like, hold up, man. First it was Indian slaves. Now I never knew it was Indian slaves, but because they want you to believe that it was more Africans brought here than the people who was already here, you are a fucking fool. They cannot bring no millions of people over here on no damn boat. Okay, now we know that they say that they took between 2.2 and 5 million of us over there. Now we don't know what method was they using to really pull that off. But like I said, I believe in some way that that has to have truth on it because I don't believe that people in Africa have always been there. I don't believe it's like the brother medicine man was telling us the other day. Okay, now look, and say Virginia. Every time you see one of these smoking, these are people who was already here. These are the Aborigines, okay? Same feather crown on, same little grass and kilt, same feather crown on. Dark skin, you don't see no long hair coming off of them or looking like these fake ass. Both of them, if you ask me. Let me see. Same thing you see here, feather crown. This is in Paraguay. Now I love to use this picture, y'all. I love to use this picture because it shows you. It shows you. Look, it show what did Verrazano say? They wore things hanging from their head. None of these people got long hair. Why is that? Why don't none of these people got long hair like the Indians that they show us? This little boy got a parrot in his head with a fucking afro. Look, this man got an afro with the same feather crown on, okay? I know a lot of people use this already, but This is evidence. You got to use this. You got to go back to this. You got to. Carlos Chavez Marquez, botanic, and say botanist, military general and historian. Okay. All right, the Negro type seen in most ancient Mexican sculptures, the Negro figure frequently in most remote traditions and some American Pablo. It is to this race doubtlessly belong most ancient skeletons distinctive from the red American race, which has been found in various places from Bolivia to Mexico. It is likely we repeat America was a Negro continent. Now, for him to tell you America was a Negro continent, that is reaching like hell. That's beyond reaching. That's beyond reaching because it wasn't supposed to be no Negroes here. Okay? But when you speak to certain people, they will have you think, oh, these Negroes, they don't look like us. They had long hair. They had long straight hair. That's what made them look different. When I'm showing you every motherfucking Indian I'm showing you was I'm showing you got an afro. Every Indian I'm showing you got afros. Especially this one right here. And this is in Paraguay. This ain't even in North America. Okay, but even when you come here, sorry, I don't know what the fuck. This shit is bugging today. It won't let me play it. But nonetheless, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all pretty much understand, man. Now look, it's telling you right here, by the late 18th century, as the numbers of African outnumbered enslaved American Indians. Remember, this is a fucking lie. The same way the freemen are the original Indians and the Mongoloids are fake Indians. The Mongoloids shouldn't even be getting no money. But because the federal government has something in cahoon. They don't want us to get no money. And that's the fucked up part. They don't want us to get no money, even though that they are on our. They would rather get the money to them $5 Indians instead of get the money to you. All right. So look, it tells you. It says American Indians say the census stopped differentiating between African and American Indians. Say now look, the census never differentiated. According to me, from 17, you don't even see no fucking Indians on here. So that's how you know that they've been lying the whole time. They lying because what they saying is not accurate. Where do you see any Indians on here? Where? By 1860, I'm thinking that the only reason you start seeing more Indians of because these people was claiming to be Indian. There was black people that was claiming to be Aborigines. Saying, nah, we from here. We not no Africans. We not no Africans. We from here. Okay. So like I said, so where are the Indians at? Where are the Indians at? Now look, let's run this shit down the line. Give me a second. Let me grab some water real quick. Give me a second, people. right, so I'm back. You know what? Real quick, before I continue, give me a second. Hold up. All right, here we go. Peace to everybody in the building. Yo, you ain't no sound. Killer White Supremacy and Coon. Can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Just press one if you can hear me. So I continue with the video. All right, okay. All right. Peace, 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 peace. All right. Yo, peace to everybody. Yo, I'm going to give a good roll call before everything is done. Yo, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, Ghost. I appreciate you, Killer White Supremacy and Coons, and all the other brothers and sisters that come through on the regular. Like I said, I really appreciate y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, motivation to keep on making these videos, all right? I really appreciate y'all, all right? So now look, we're going to go back into this, right? We got sources, right? Hashtag that went to Barbados. Now, see, the thing of it is this, right? We know why they were sending these people to Barbados and Bermuda. There to break them and then bring them back. So once they capture these people, right? They was no longer allowed to claim what tribe they was. They was just caught Negroes, sent to the Caribbean, and then they'll bring them back to New York and then ship them out to a different part of the country. And then this is what we automatically assume. See, you know what? You know the fucked up thing about it is that the government, the people who really doing this shit too, because they want you to leave. They know damn well. I'm really thinking about it. I can't even prove that they were Africans here. I can't even prove it. With the exception of the small numbers that we do see, start saying, "Oh, Negro from part of Africa." We don't even know if they was already there. We don't even know, because we know that, just like Medicine Man was saying, that the Portuguese was already taking people from Brazil back to Africa. He's saying that the Nigerians might be the people from Brazil. Okay, now I'm just saying shit is really starting to make a lot of sense, man. It's really starting to make a lot of sense because it's it right here. Look, and this is just. I'm about to get to the other articles. I ain't pull up the other articles yet. I got 3 other articles right here, right? Let me see. Right here, right here, right here. This is an article. Let's say NASA Indian Fund fact sheet, okay? That's today, right? Now I'm gonna go now. It say those tribes absorbed by the Nashat refugees. Say other Nashat people were sent to the West Indies as slaves by the French. Okay, now that's kind of funny too, right? Because they might be damn Haitians. Because what colonies did the French had in the West Indies? Haiti. Exactly. Okay. Yes. Okay. Start using your fucking brain, people. Now check this out. Read again. Other Nashat people were sent to West Indies as slaves by the French. It say, and the Afro-Caribbean. Now, listen. We already know it was already what we considered Negroes or people was black who was already in the Caribbean. How can we prove this? We can prove this through. In a second, y'all. I gotta constantly keep proving this shit, man. And this is what these other idiots don't believe. They want to question this shit. No. Check this out. They want it, and they can't put their brain together to understand we've been duped. We've been duped. We've been had. This is the biggest lie ever told in history, man. This is the biggest lie ever been told in history, bro. Ever been told in history, right? But check this out. But check this out right here. This is simple shit. Whenever it load up, of course. All right, so now these are all anthropologists and archaeologists, right? Now this is, as I showed you in other videos, this is the monthly record of anthropology and science, right? Negro skeleton remain in Indian site in the West Indies. All right. Now they try to tell you, why would Negro skeletons be in an Indian site that predated Columbus? Right. Now check this out. The recent paper in the journal by Brixton, Trevor, and Julian, the man. That's what we just read. 1938. Right. It says implies that undeformed Negro physical type inhabit the Virgin Islands in pre-Columbian times. It say not only is this an implication contrary to the previous exception finding for the Antillean area, it also fails to give adequate consideration to the possibility of these Negro remaining representing intrusive Negro burials. Okay, now they throwing out saying fuck fuck them being Indian burials, they're Negro burial. It say the mere presence of the skeleton in a sand or shell mound, it say of Indian origins lacking carefully stratigraphical record is not certain. They say evidence of primarily association with the accompanying artifacts. Moreover, I venture to say that a few physical anthropologists familiar with the American Indian skulls would make a mistake for Indians, those illustrated by Brixton, Trevor, and Julian. Indeed, most physical anthropologists will probably say less conservative and say Negro instead of Negroid. All right, now look, it says in support of the opinion that these authors are describing Negroes, I wish to present a similar case in Barbados. Now check this shit out. It say in Barbados and British West Indies. From the corresponding with Mr. E.M. Silverstone, it say Bridgetown, Barbados. It say it appears that in August 1933, he commenced to excavate a sandy ridge about 50 yards from the high water marks on the shore of Chancey Lane on the southern coast of the island. The ridge proved to be a kitchen molder containing more objects of Arawaks, okay? Workmanship, among other things, encountered this site was a skeleton lying on its side about 20 inches under the surface. Mr. Shillstone believed that the skeleton to be that of an Arawak Indian, and in 1937 presented it as such to the U.S. National Museum. Upon reconstructing the skull from these many fragments in which it was received in Washington, I just felt like calling it a Negro for many reasons that would appear in the following description. Okay. Read a little bit more. Two views of the Barbadian skeletons are shown in plate D1, DI12, 2. Comparison with the two skulls, it's a shown in the paper of Braxton, Trivia, and Julian. It say indicate that the individual sex difference are no more than that be expected of the range of variations in a single race. Certainly, however, such Negro features is an alveolar. It's a physiognomus. It's a broad nose and low or orbit. It's a are more pronounced in the case of the Virgin Island. Now, listen, like I said, man, bro. Like I already said, where was we at first time? We was right here. They're showing you that it was so it's already Negroes in the West Indies. So let's already we already know that. We've been talking about this shit for months. This ain't the first rodeo. Showed you that article, but I just like to connect everything, because even when you go back and try to say, but there was Africans that was in the West Indies. There was Negroes too. There was Negroes too in the West Indies. So they was already, so the funny thing is they would bring the American Negroes from America, then take them to the West Indies, and then bring them back as Negroes through fucking New York, or through Charleston, or through South Carolina, or Louisiana, because Louisiana had a port too. Okay, so once again, it say those three tribes absorbed many of the Nashat refugees. Now this is the Nashat. This is in Louisiana, okay? Now, I already made previous claims of Satan stating that the Indians in Louisiana was moved to fucking Haiti. I believe myself that the Haitians came from Louisiana, because the French only had but so many colonies in fucking West Indies. Now, I'm not just saying that Haiti was one of them, was the only one. We know that there was more, but the main one is Haiti. So where was they sending them at? Because the British was everywhere. Where was they sending them at then? You tell me. You tell me the island. I know it's probably like at least 3 different islands that the Haitians did have dominion over, but the most famous one is Haiti. So where were they sending them at? Because remember, the French did not get along with the British. They was warring. The French and the Spanish was friends. That's the reason why they was able to inhabit half of the island of Espanol. Hold on for 1 second, people. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. All right, so look, show you that the French sending so-called the Nash chat that was in Louisiana, sending them to the Caribbean, and it's telling you they were sending them to West Indies. All right, now, and then also, like I said, remember what they said that they wore. Their hair, what kind of hair piece they wore. It says, what was we at? It said the NASDAQ did not wear war bonnets. None of us wore war bonnets. We was these type of mother. We was these Indians right here. Let me see. See this? It's us. This motherfucker got an afro. He got an afro too. Okay, why don't these motherfuckers look like the Indians that they show you? Why don't they? And then that's not the only image. It's more. It's more. It's a whole lot of them. So where are the motherfucking Indians that they show you? Where are they at? Where they at? Just on a loan right here, the government should be passing us off a fucking bag. Just like I said, just a loan right here. It's a loan. It's a Negro. So the only way that someone could convince you that this is not a motherfucking Negro is by telling you, unless you's a stupid motherfucker, yo. That's the only way they can convince you. Oh, so just so ironic that the American look just like the African, but because they got you brainwashed that you're the African, then oh no, this is me right here. I'm him. Like, gosh, this is him. But check this out though. He looked just like this. We don't even know if that's an African. Because he looked just like this motherfucker right here. He looked just like him. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we don't even know if a line thing, bro. They covered it up good. Main crimes ever in the care being done because they saw you and we this African. This might just be a motherfucker from the Caribbean. This might be somebody from the Caribbean. We don't even know if this is an African, right? But then when we look at the Aborigines that was here, let me see this one right here. I want to hold up. Yeah, I mean, gig is up, man. The gig been up a long time ago, y'all. Y'all already know, man. I just do a lot of this shit just to, you know what I'm saying, just to keep going over it. But the gig been up a long fucking time ago, man. The gig is up. I know y'all here. I know they hear me. I know they got the agents on the page. But at this point in time, I don't give a fuck, man. They know who I am already, and they know who we are already. Okay, we know this is our motherfucking land. Okay, and also understand this too, right? Every immigrant that's here, if they not here with you, they already illegal to begin with. But the only ones that's not illegal is the ones that come here and rock with you. Every immigrant that do not look like, if you don't look like this, this says American. If you don't look like this, how can this fucking devil right here, which is a Caucasian from a whole nother fucking land, how can he claim to be him? And don't look nothing like. They got a definition for it. Originally applied to the Aborigines or copper-colored races. But now, descendants, no. Y'all ain't no fucking American. You are United States citizens, okay? And how can we prove this? Oh yeah, I still got this pulled up. This general civil order. I still got this pulled up. Okay? So let's go up a little bit. I'm gonna come back down to that. I want to show y'all something. I just actually read through the whole thing. Please go back and check the video out that I put up there with the brother Jaguar, and I believe AP might have been with us on that one. Let me see. All right, it's on. No, it's not that one. It's the next page. All right, right here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, right here. I'm gonna start reading a little bit of this right here. Okay, so it's according to the Webster's 1824 dictionary, the word federal was synonymous with contract. So federal is dealing with contract. Okay, it say at this time the U.S. Constitution was written. All constitutions are affirmations of debt. Okay, say in this case, the debt the state assumed when they created the federal government and jointly agreed to pay for the services that would provide the I'm sorry, the office of president is and always has been uniquely commercial. I mean, commercial office, not the head of a state, because the federal government services company is privately owned and operated by shareholders known as the electors. They have a real say in the election. Okay, so we already know that. So let me go down. It says the American people at large. It say known simply as inhabitants of the domestic state. It say or the state citizens have always been a separate and distant population apart from the United citizens. Okay, it say or federal citizens. So we know to check this out. So if you sign paperwork to come here from another country, you are a fucking employee to the fucking corporation, aka the United States of America. If you was already here and you was indigenous, you are a motherfucking Atancha. I mean, you sprung from the soil. Okay, so how can this guy? I'm gonna read something else. There we go. So how can this motherfucker right here become him right here? Okay, how? How can he become him? Through paperwork and through contracts and through trickery. That's how. That's how. That's how. All right. So look. So we know that if you sign paperwork to come to this country and you never corrected that paperwork, and even like I said, even if you are from the Caribbean or if you are from South America, you never went back and corrected that paper, you're a United States citizen. But if you did go back and correct that paper, then you are Amarucan, American. You know what I'm saying? You always that. But a lot of people denounce their citizenship, or I mean, denounce their nationality just to get citizenships to come into this country. Okay, so check this out. And then also remember this. If you here, you on stolen land. Okay? You are on motherfucking stolen land, okay? And the people who land was taken from never invited you here. So how the fuck? So even if you are illegal, you're still illegal because you are only here with the people who took the land. That's who you here with. You're not here with us. These motherfuckers come in, don't even come looking for no damn Indian. They don't even have the audacity to say, well, look, man, I've been to school about what happened or whatever. Let me go seek out a Native American and just ask him for forgiveness to be on his land. These devils don't even give a fuck. And you think that when the shit hit the fan that they ain't gonna be parcel to what the fuck the punishment that these people gonna get? You think that they not gonna be, oh, we had nothing to do with it, so why did you leave your country? Oh, okay, crickets. Okay, all right. So if you ain't got nothing to do with the situation at hand, that they took your land and I'm only here for money. I'm only here for money. I ain't got nothing to do with them. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You join the corporation. Okay, so now check this out. I said American Negroes have. I'm reading right here. Okay, American Negroes have in the past considered the U.S. because that is the only citizenship. All right. It say they were granted after the Civil War. It say a grave error of justice that resulted in them only having civil rights, which are privileges granted by the U.S. Congress instead of natural and unalienable. Unalienable. That means that they can't put no liens upon you. not them. You are not an immigrant that came here and signed. Yes, I will obey to everything you say, Master. United States, United States government. I will obey to everything you say. You are my master. Oh, and I would do whatever I have to do to stay here, even if I gotta keep telling these Negroes that they're African, just like fucking Garfield. Okay. Now it says you have natural and unalienable rights. Get your Black's Law Dictionary out and look it up. They are natural heirs to. They were also claimed as chattel backing the debt of the United States of America, incorporated, despite both national and international prohibits abolishing the slavery and punitive. The prompt correction is available for the organic state, and by proclamation of these states, they are granted full, immediately recognizable status as American nationals, owed all natural and unalienable and unalienable rights. It's say of any other organic state citizen, no matter what geographical defined state may inhabit on the land. They are exceptional, and those unfortunately born within the borders of the insular states, District of Columbia, Guyana, Puerto Rico, etc., who must declare under Article 15 of the U.S. the Universal Declaration of Rights of human rights. All right, so that tells you right there. It say American Negroes in the past, U.S. citizens, or whatever. You go down right here. It say Civil War, grave error, justice, and result in them having civil rights, which are a privilege, privilege granted by the U.S. Congress instead of natural and unalienable rights. So we supposed to have natural and unalienable rights because you're not a fucking immigrant. You did not sign up to come here. Plymouth Rock landed on you, remember? And they say they are the heirs too. They were also claimed as chattel property back in the day of the U.S. United States. It say in America. It say incorporated despite both national and international prohibits abolition of slavery and impunity. It say the prompt correction. Now look, they telling you. They say the prompt correction is available from the organic states and proclamation of these organic states. They are granted immediately recognizable status as American nationals, owed all the natural and unalienable rights. Okay, they're telling you, and they telling you right here. They're telling you who you are. Okay, so let's go to a little bit more so-called Indian slavery, y'all. All right. So like I told you, if it was all, first of all, was already Negroes in the Caribbean, right? So they would have you believe otherwise. They would have you believe a damn lie. Now, I didn't touch this article before. Here we are. It's a little tired. All right, you know what? Let me see something right. I'm going to read this one this time. All right. All right. It said the English colonists weren't the only ones to use the labor of the enslaved indigenous people. Of course, the Spanish were almost total dependent on the Indian labor in most of their colonies. Right now, look, it says the Spanish, the Portuguese part of the Spanish, but some people say that the Portuguese is the Dutch as well. But we're going to say that the Portuguese is part of the Spanish because the Portuguese were part and parcel to the doomed devices which allowed to come here. Right? It said the Spanish were almost totally dependent upon Indian labor in most of their colonies. Okay, what do the Spanish call you? Negroes. Okay, it says right, Alan Galloway. Okay, it say enslaving Native Americans because one of the primary ways to expand the the economy and the colonists. It say in South Carolina and the least extent in North Carolina, Virginia, Louisiana. It say from now check this out. So from 1670 to 1720, more Indians were shipped out of Charlestown, South Carolina, than Africans were imported. Okay, imported. So telling you that there was more people who was shipped out of here than so-called, and like I said, we don't even know if they came from the Caribbean. More than likely, they was enslaved Aborigines. And then understand this. This is a new article. So prior to that, they wasn't even calling them Africans. They was already saying indigenous people or Indians or Arawaks from the Caribbean that was brought to North America. All right, and check this out. From 1720, more Indians were shipped out of Charlestown, South Carolina, than so-called Africans as slaves. Okay, now it says Charlestown was a major port for bringing in Africa. This is what they tell you. That's bullshit. Okay, now look, even when you go down here, it said the African slave trade took off by the late 1700s. The Native American Indian slave trade won. It say many remaining tribes have been pushed west. Now that's bullshit. By 1700s, many of the tribes were still in the same area. They didn't really even come across. They really didn't get outside. Because remember, and the brother AP put too, he said they didn't even get to and in certain parts of Carolina, they still didn't get to. That's why when you hear about that Wilmington race riot, that's because the Europeans had just penetrated Wilmington, and that was like in the fucking 1800s. Okay, so look. So it tells you. It said they was pushed west, which I don't believe that. Which I believe that they was already moving around in different locations here. Okay, it said the data, that pushed the data down. It say as well as some Native American was intermarrying with African. Now, how the fuck do you know? How can you tell the difference? You tell me. And then, like I said, I would love to debate the Joker and prove it, because how can you tell the difference, man? Because he looked just like one of these motherfuckers other pictures. Look, this is right here. Clearly, it's clearly an Indian. It's clearly an Indian. How did an African slave come and get free like that? Where he got a scepter, a feather crown on, and he's sitting in the damn chair like he's a king. Okay, how did he get loose the way he was living like that? How? Because he was already here. Now, like I said, look at the little boy right here. He got the same texture hair. Look. Look, he got going on like this. The same thing. 2 times. They show so-called Aborigine with so-called long hair. I ain't gonna say straight hair, long hair. And they show you another Aborigine. And I think, like I said, this word Negro is a code word for American, for the people who was already, even though that in a lot of cases I do hear that they was calling Negro from these different countries. But remember, a lot of them countries wasn't formed. That's how you know that they, okay? Now, like I said, this not the only picture I got. Look. Look. Now, the same way these niggas go to Kemet and see so-called fake ass, we don't know what them people is on the wall of Kemet. I don't know what the fuck. All right, there you go. We don't know what them people were on the wall of Kemet. Look. Now, it's so funny. The headband on. You can see this, right? He got the same little. Where's the straight hair at? That these Negroes keep saying we have. Where is it at? Where's the straight hair at? Okay, look. He's swing. He got his headband on. Got like a little afro. You see the guy in the middle. He smoking, but he got the same texture haircut. Okay, so let's go back to this, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go to a different article. It's pretty much, and this is Smithsonian. I already pretty going on, but we're gonna go through a couple more different articles, and I'm gonna go back to the census and show you exactly why you did not see no Indians, because the Indian is the Negro. That's what Sam Morton said. He said the physiognomy of the Indian is that of the Negro. That's it. That's it. When he said that shit supposed to send off a fucking that shit should have gave you a migraine headache, because you're like, hold up, what do you mean? And then once you start seeing the images, oh, okay, that's what he meant. Because the Indians I'm seeing in these damn in the picture look just like fucking Africans, or what we would assume an African to be. Okay, because remember, the African is really they don't even call the people. All right, so let's go another one, man. These niggas is devils, man, and then they will lie to you. They don't want you to know that the Indians were slaves. They want you. Oh, it was only a small amount of them. We killed disease, but we was able to bring Africans here who might journey living in a methane pool or whatever. They will be in worse. They will be in worse situation than somebody with smallpox. After that boat ride, are you serious? Really? You don't think so? Okay. I'm with y'all. Give me 1 second. Look, it say here are three scenes from the history of slavery in North America in the 1630s. End up against in Connecticut and been defeated, were sold to plantations in West Indies. So that's the second one. No, actually, it's the third one, because the Nash chat was sent there. The other article I just sent you, they sent people to West Indies. Now this is another article telling you pretty much the same thing. Okay, it says West Indians in exchange for our slaves. It say allowing the colonists to remove and reach the elements of their tribe women service into the white homes in New England. It say where domestic workers were so soundly lacking. In 1741, it say an 800-foot long kufu and recently enslaved Sioux Indians procured a group of Cree and Ani and Asini Boom. They say and Musani warriors. They arrived in Montreal ready for sales of French colonists hungry for domestic and agriculture labor. They say in 1837, Cherokee Joseph Van expelled from his land. Look, it's expelled from his land during the era of the Indian Removal Act. Now, this bastard, he said he took at least 48 so-called enslaved black. Now, listen, remember, y'all, just remember what this is the key rule coming from the Thompsonist one. We don't even know what Africans they brought here. I'm starting to believe that they didn't bring none here, yo. I'm starting to believe that the people who they was moving around was already here, and they were just moving around from the Caribbean. You don't have no evidence. I haven't seen no evidence. I don't want to hear about no logs unless they readable, because a lot of this shit is not readable. And a lot of these names you can't even really tell. You know what I'm saying? Now look, 48 enslaved blacks. Remember, the word black is basically a code word for Indian, because the word black telling you how you done been disenfranchised and reclassified. That's what it purely tells you. Anytime you being called black because you are American Indian, and that's it. All right. It says with 48 enslaved black people along with him to Indian territory. Now remember, to Indian territory. By 1840, Van was said to have 100 enslaved black laborers, say, as well as rauchiness. All right, so this tells you right here, man. And then also it says race horses on and a steam wheeler boat. Now they tell you that the original. Some people believe that the original slave ships were so somehow the steam a little bit more of this, and we're gonna go into the next one. All right, let me see something. All right, y'all. Just give me a second, y'all. It's a reductive view of the American past. It's a might note two major centuries long historical sin, the enslavement of stolen Africans and the depiction of all right, so just give me a couple minutes. I'm just looking for something, y'all. My bad. I got a little back by the reading something else. All right, hold up. Now let me go to this one right here. It's another one. My bad, y'all. A little sidetracked by something. All right, here we go. All right, so it's a colonist shipped Native Americans aboard as slaves. All right. So I read this one plenty of times. Y'all already heard this one, but this just to pretty much just go back over this again. All right. So it's a Native Americans included non-combat. It's a who surrendered during King Philip War to avoid enslavement were enslaved at nearly the same rate as captured combated. Research shows Native American slavery is a piece of history of slavery that has been goes over. It says Linford D. Fisher, associated professor at history of Brown University. Now remember, Brown University is on Pequot territory, and this is what they've been fucking beefing over this all this time. Okay, so between 1492 and 1880, between 2 to 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas. Now look, it says an additional 1.2, 1.5 million African slaves. Now it says 2.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas. Check this out. So hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Now, this is grand opening, grand closing right here, right? Between 1492 and 1880. Now, they said they stopped bringing them by 1880. This other article said that, but they stopped by 1720, right? Now, it's saying 1880, between 2 and 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in America, in addition to 12.5 million Africans. All right. Now I'm gonna read some more of this, and we're gonna really just contrast and compare. It say while natives have been forced into slavery and servitude as early as 1636, it was not until King Philip War that natives were enslaved in large numbers, Fisher writes. It say in the study of 1675 to 1676, it's a war pitted American leader King Philip, also known as Metacon, and his allies against the English colony settlers. It's a between the war of New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, Azores, Spain, Tanzania. It says in North Africa, Fisher says. Now, he went over this all the time, but every time I read this shit, it just shows more, right? Look, these are the people that they telling you were the slaves. You're not gonna fuck up just like that. It store images of them. What happened to what happened to these people? We're not gonna play around. We're not allowed them to play with us and give us these fucking white Indians or give us these $5 Indians, okay? Because like I said, here go your reparations right here, man. Here go your reparations should be this right here. This is the argument. This is the argument. Like I said, even when you look at this African right here, we don't even know if this is an African. We don't even know if that's an African. We don't even know. We don't even know, because if it's telling you between 2.5, now check this out. This is the American, this is the African, right? Now look, let's go back to this, right? So he said between 2.5, no, between 2.2 and 5 million, right? And I say from 1492 to 1880, right? So why in 1790 you only see 757,208 so-called blacks here? No Native Americans here. Okay, so where's the 2.5 million that was shipped out? Now, look, if you look at the number from right here, look, between 2 and 5 million, right? And then they also tell you that they bought so-called, when we know here in North America, they only bought 380,000 or 388,000, right? So 1790, there's 757,000, like I said, right? So they told you themselves that they shipped out too. They said they shipped out more people than the Africans they brought in. So this number right here is very confusing to people. Now look, 1880, we got 1 million. 1810, we got 1.3 million. 1820, we got 1.7 million. 1830, we got 2.3 million. 1840, we got 2.8 million. 1850, we got 3.6 million. 1860, we got 4.4 million. 1870, we got 4.8 million. 1880, we got 6.5 million. 1890, we got 7.4 million, right? So where are these fucking people? So you really believe 380,000 people gonna pop up to almost 8 million people? And you figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then these idiots will tell you, oh, they have breeding farms. Oh, they had breeding farms. So they breeded all these people right here. Because my research, they would knew that the Native Americans were killing their babies because they didn't want to be born as slaves. So you really want to believe that shit? You really want to believe that? And like I said, if they was telling you, check this out. Let's just go back to this one more time. Look, let's go back to this again. Between 1492 and 1880, between 2 to 5 million Native Americans were enslaved. So where the fuck are there? There are none right here on this fucking census because they already know you are the motherfucking Indian. This is all the Indians right here. This is all the Indian. And then when you coming out of it, some of these people right here are saying, nah, I'm not black, bro. I'm an Indian. My people told me I was an Indian. And this is why you get some of the, this is the reason why you get the 1890, the 1896 that was fucking burned down. Because they didn't want people to claim it. Then later on, 20 years later, they came to grips under the American, what was that? The American, the Anglo Society. Walter Plecker was part of that. Walter Plecker started this shit. It started, like I said, man, you can easily take this shit to court and easily prove that we was already here. It ain't, the gig is up, y'all. The gig is up. The gig is up. You could stop fucking lying to us. You could stop fucking trying to flim-flam us like we don't fucking know no better. Because see, the first thing you have to establish this, right? Between 1492 and 1880, between 2 to 5 million Native Americans. Go down. It says during the war, New England colonies were routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, the Azores, Spain, Tanzania, and North Africa, Fisher says. Now check this out, right? Now, in Guyana, the only people you can see that look unique are the fucking people who came from India, right? So a lot of people from Guyana, the Guyanese, some of them are Indians, and the majority of them are Negroes, right? So now when you look at them are the only unique looking people in the islands or in any of these places, with the exception to that's it. Because I don't see no other people or no other Indian people. All I see is Negroes, right? So it tells you during the war, New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, and Jamaica. So where are these people at now? Because I believe that they was bringing them back. They sent them there and brought them back. And when they came back, it was no longer Indians, bro. So like I said, man, I keep lying, man. I ain't even gonna really read no more of this, man, because really the proof is over with. I don't gotta read no more of this shit. I got plenty of articles pulled up here that's telling you. I ain't got an article right here that's telling you by look this, and they lying on this one right here. Now let me see what the sources is on this, man. Let me see what the sources is. I'm right here, y'all. I ain't going nowhere. All right, so look, right here. See something. I'm still with y'all people right here. All right, right here. It says, low country planners focus on increasing their labor force through the purchase of enslaved Africans who were arriving in greater numbers through the port of Charles. It say by late 18th century. Now check this out. Here we go lying again, right? Because you don't see no Indians ever on the census. You don't see none ever on the census. So where are these people? They telling you they enslaved. So they telling you from here. They enslaved more people here than Africans that was born here. And this is a fact. Let me go back to it. Let's go back. Matter of fact, you know what? While I'm doing this, open new tab up to fucking prove to you guys. Go to slaveboy.org. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now I got a couple of different premises for this, y'all. Check this out. We're going to go right here. Estimates. Go to estimates. And we're going to stay here. Let's go here. Well, then, let's fix this real quick. Now, remember, here you want, you want embark and disembark. Well, then again, you only want disembark. So you only want people, you want broad embarkations, regions. Now, here, look, here go to broad 100 years. Show. Now, this is where they tell you they got all these people from, right? These are fucking lie. These niggas is some lying bastards. This is a fucking lie right here. This is brainwashing shit right here. Let me go disembark regions. Broad disembark. Let me go ahead. Let me go embark and disembark. Now, let me again. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Mainland North America, because this is pretty much where I'm only at right here. Mainland North America, right? Now look, even when you see the French right here, right? The French get 1.3 million, disembark 1.1 million. These are all Haitians that came from Louisiana, all blacks that, understand this, right? It's so ironic that they tell you that Illinois, that Chicago was found by Haiti. He wasn't a Haitian. He was a fucking French from Louisiana that founded it. But they want to tell you, oh, he was from Haiti. Oh, he was a Haitian or whatever. He was a Haitian. So he came all the way back and went up to Illinois and went up to Chicago and claimed it. No, that's bullshit. Chicago's an Indian name too, y'all. Just to know that, right? But we're gonna go back here. Mainland in North America, as we always do. So they telling you, embarked. That means the people who got on. For almost 500,000 people disembarked, meaning people got off. Almost 400,000 people, 746,000 people disembarked, right? Now check this out. But here alone, they're telling you, from 1492 to 1880, they between 2 to 5 million. So they telling you that they sent more people from here than people who was bought here. This will explain the reason why you don't see none of them, because it was all classified as black. Black means serviteur montus. Black means you are a motherfucking servant. You have no nationality. They didn't strip the nationality out. So if they were shipping the Pequot to the Caribbean and then bringing them back as Negroes, then how the fuck you supposed to know who they are? And this, like I said, this explains everything. 750,000 when they get told you from 1492 to 1880 that they was enslaving people from at least from 2 to 5 million. We know that them numbers probably exceed that. It was probably more from 5.5 to like 10 million. And now I can't prove that 100%. But like I said, from me studying this and me doing the proper research on it, I can pretty much say that because I have seen the numbers myself. Like I said, I seen my numbers myself. Look, I got it. I even know that this is not an actual like credited source, but we can use this too. We can use the fact that the Nash chat was sent. They tell you that they were sent to the West Indies. This is one article, right? Telling you that it say other people were sent to the West Indies. That's one article. Smithsonian Institute tells you that American colony depended on the enslavement of the indigenous people, but they want you to believe that they bought more. Now check this out. Now in this article right here, it say the English colonies weren't the only ones to use the labor of the enslaved indigenous people. Of course, the Spanish were almost totally dependent on their labor in most of their colonies. It say enslaving Native Americans began one of the primary ways to expand the economy for colonies. It say in South Carolina and to a lesser extent in North Carolina. It say Virginia and Louisiana from 1670 to 1720. More Indians shipped out of Charleston, South Carolina than Africans who was imported. Now, that's the second article right here, okay? Like I said, man, these motherfuckers is some liars, man. And like I said, they got your trust funds. So we are, all right. Tell you right here. So here are scenes from the history of slavery in North America. The story Pink White men have rised up against the in Chicago and have been defeated. Were sold Indies in exchange for. Check this out. How was there Africans in West India? Never. The Spanish just told you that they was upon who already there. Right here, this article right here, the monthly. Let me see. Let me put up. The monthly record of anthropology scientists tells you that they found undeformed Negro physical type inhabit the Virgin Islands, pre-Columbian. Okay, so how was they trading Africans in the West Indies when this article anthropologist telling you that there was already so-called Negro in the West Indies? You lying bastards, fucking lying motherfuckers, man. Like, it make me sick every time I read this shit. All right. Slavery is a piece of history of slavery that have been glossed over, says Linford D. Fisher, associate professor at the History of Brown University, between 1492 and 1880, between 2.52 to 5 million Native American. And like I said, we know it was more. Now they try to give this number right here to throw you off. Oh, it's an additional 12.5 million African slaves. But hold up. Go ahead. Like I said, man, the gig is up, y'all. We know. Okay. Until that load up, we can go back to this one. Now, this is actually the fourth source that's telling you the same fucking thing. American Indian slavery in the Carolinas. Okay. Now, when we go down, pretty much tell you the same thing. And then they try to tell you that they was putting them on the census. So if you put them on the census right here, where they at? Where the Indians at? Where the Indians at? Oh, because the Indians was black. And how do we know they was black? The Thompsons. Well, how can you put that? My bad, y'all. Got this right here, okay? And like I said, I'm starting to believe that these are Americans too, bro. I'm believing that this African right here is a Negro. It's American, bro. Because the English don't use Negro, or the Anglo-Europeans wasn't using that word. And like I said, I'm starting to believe that he's an American too, bro. Look, digga, you're American. Digga, you're American. I'm starting American too, because it's on the strength that the other Indians that I see, according to the way that of what I'm seeing right here. Look at this. What would this don't this man got the same hair texture like the African? You don't even see none of these images with straight hair. All these images got afros. Now check this out. Let's go to some other shit. Let's go to this one right here. Yeah, I know y'all listening, you lying motherfuckers, lying bastards, and lie to us and say we fucking Africans. Fucking bastards. Fucking bastards. Fucking lying ass history. Lying to people, telling people they come over, oh, they're Africans or whatever. Fucking lying ass motherfuckers, man. Shit is sickening. Shit is fucking sickening. You ain't never thought we was gonna figure this shit out, did y'all? Fucking lying bastards. Whenever this shit load up. And even here, let me see something. Let me show y'all something else. Let me see something. Let me go back here. Maybe. And that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta be smarter because they give you an image or something, and if you don't know no better, you would automatically think that was an African. Okay, something. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I mean, I pulled the pictures out a couple weeks ago though, but for the most part, these ain't even all the pictures I got. I got more pictures than this. These are just some of the pictures that's on this one. Let me see something. Yeah, these motherfuckers is lying bastards, bro. And we got all the research. And we got the fact that you was enslaving fucking indigenous people. But then you would throw us off. We brought 12 million people. Where do you brought 12 million people? And we don't even believe that. We believe that people was taken from here and into the fucking. I don't even believe that they brought no African shit. I'm starting to really doubt that shit with all the research that I have been seeing. All my research, I'm believe it. I don't even that they bought no Africans, and you cannot prove to me that they have if it's already take people from here to the Caribbean. You can't even prove to me that you bought Africans here. You can tell somebody that don't know no better, but let me do it. Let me do a PowerPoint presentation and show them, and then they gonna be like, okay, I understand exactly what the hell you talking about now. You just have to have somebody really explain this shit to people because people, most people ain't gonna understand it, you know. And then you gotta see it and then some people who probably do understand it, what their whole premise is gonna be that they're standing on their fucking education and to this shit. I said, man, I am motherfuckers, man. This shit is sickening. Look, New York, this New York City plan 1760. This is a fucking, it's a nigga. We got the same thing on Power Hotson got on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit. It's a fucking Negro. You got the same thing. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna go there with that one. Let me see. All around the fucking board on this board, and we gotta keep showing you people who would be classified as Negroes. But keep showing you that. Well, you got the same thing Power Hatton had on. You see what Power Hatton got on? The armbands. They got the same thing on right here. No, that's down. All right, this is what I want to do right here. Look, see this? See this? Look how he look. This is American Indian. This is not an African, okay? This is an American Indian. You guys, you fucking jerk offs or with American Indian. This is not an African, okay? But because you've been showed that Indian got straight hair, you never know an Indian had an afro because the Indian had an afro. It would be fucking clear that the Indian is. It wouldn't be no more. You would pretty much figure the shit, and that's the biggest lie. So it's only even like I said, according to my research, I don't even think they bought no Africans here. I don't even think they bought, and if they only bought a fucking 1,000, if not maybe a few tens of thousands. Lying motherfuckers, man. You can't even find us on the census chart because these niggas is so good at covering up this information, man. Hold up. You know what? It's not all my pictures because I'm missing a whole bunch of them. I'm missing the other emblem of I got like 6 emblem of Americas. I can't even find it. But like I said, man, this is definitely good information to get out there to the Aboriginals. Just so you guys can get an idea. You guys will know who the hell you are. Because like I said, they're gonna keep on lying to you. They're gonna keep lying to you, keep telling you other stuff that's not true. Look, what Indian that look like? That's a copper color girl right there for you, right there for you, all day, every day. Yeah, all day, every day. Like I said, man, you Indians right here, but yet you got 6 articles. I'm gonna go back to this right here. And go back and just read it one more, go over it one more time, and that's it. And I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna go to the chats, who's in the chat room, and we're gonna keep it moving, man. Like I said, this shit is sickening, bro. This is sickening. This shit make me sick to my fucking stomach, man. And then the fact that you got these fucking freeloading ass immigrants that come here, and none of them shouldn't even be on this land. And I know that shit right there is some real. It's a real fucking headache in itself, though. It say those tribes absorbed by the Nashat. It say people were sent the West Indies as slaves. So you think that the only people were sent there as slaves, or they enslaved the people also? That's one. People, man, lying ass historians. Oh, the only reason that the freemen get money because they got Africans. So why the original Indians that they? Why they showing you these motherfuckers right here in Virginia, right? Look, they made a mistake and made this guy Indian. So that okay, that's one mistake. All right, let's just say whoever made this right here, he was high off of he was fucking crack. Or let's say if he was high off of crack, right? But then what about this image? Oh, guess what they tell you? When you call a Virginia Historical Society, these lying bastards will say, oh, that's an African American dressed up as an Indian. Okay, all right, okay, you're right. Sure, you're right. Let's check this out. So what about him? What about him? What about him? What about these people right here who got Afro type of haircuts too? Same thing right here. Same thing. Got the same hairstyle on. Same thing. Lying motherfuckers, man. Shit is sickening, bro. Sickening as hell. Okay. It's another article. There you go. Another article. I'm still with y'all. Y'all just waiting for my computer to load up. And then they can't tell you that the people in West Indians was Africans, because we got images, we got Negro burials that was in West Indies. They just don't want to tell you that the people there are West Indians. Tell you that because I put the shit together and pretty much figure it out. You playing with some of the most shystest, thieving ass fucking people ever to walk the planet, and they don't want to. So of course they're gonna keep lying to you, telling you from Africa. I'm now that I really sat there and think about it, he might not even be no African. He might be somebody who was shipped from here to the West Indies and brought back here, and then never assume that the word Negro the word Negro is synonymous with African. People automatically assume that. They all assume, there you go, between 1492 and 1880, between 2 to 5 million Native Americans was enslaved in. Okay, look, this is more. No, look. Let's say two to 5.5 the 5 million, right? So let's say half of that number was sent out of here. Let's say half of let's say if it was 5 million, okay? Let's say if it's 5 million. Let's say they took half of it. They took 2.5 million people from North America throughout the rest of the world and the other parts of the Caribbean. They brought over here 380,000 people. So that 2.5 million is still more than 380,000 people. So that will make us more Aborigine than anything. And like I said, I don't even have to really prove it because the proof is right here in the pictures. Listen, you can tell me all day long, okay? You can tell me all day long. He don't look like an African, or he don't look like, oh, his hair is straight. We don't even know if his hair is straight. We know that we put bare fat in our hair. We was combing our hair out when it got long. Brother, I doubt this brother had straight hair, by the way. Look how big his damn nose is and how big his lips is. Okay, this is a fucking Negro. So you can lie all you want. And you can tell, oh, no. Listen, your mind games is not going to work on the conscience one is built for this shit. Sorry, it's not going to work. And shit like this, like, well, what? So this man delusional too. So Carlos Chavez Marquez, he's delusional too, right? It says the Negro type is seen in most ancient Mexican sculptures. The Negro figure frequently in most remote traditions of some American pueblos. To this race doubtlessly belong to the most ancient skeleton distinctive from the Red American Rib, which has been found in various places from Bolivia to Mexico. It is likely to repeat America was a Negro continent. So why would anybody say that if you brought Africans here? But like I said, these guys will tell you, oh, the Negroes they brought here had straight hair. Oh, they had straight hair. They have straight hair. This is what they would tell you when we clearly got images of, like I said, my images alone. I got most of these pictures right here. Motherfuckers who look like this. That's the images I got. These, look at this. Paraguay. Look at these. These are Negroes, bro. Look, he looked just like that motherfucker on the other page. That's in Paraguay, y'all. Yeah, he's some lying motherfuckers, man. You're dealing with a bunch of lying sleaze bags, man. Now look at this. Now I say Baltimore were native in Patagonia. Patagonia is in Argentina. Look how these motherfuckers look. Remember, Patagonia is all the way in Argentina. Look, and they working for them. The same thing what they was doing. What did they tell you? Let me see. It wasn't this article. It was this one right here. That shit is moving crazy, bro. I don't know what the hell. Let me reload it one more time. It told you that the Spanish rely heavily on fucking indigenous slaves, man. It's telling you the Spanish. Remember, if the Spanish didn't bring Africa here, then I don't believe that the Indians brought the English brought Africans neither, because it was enslaving North America and sending them to West Indies. Okay, like I said, here we go with this shit. Let me see. Matter of fact, no. Let me close this shit out. Problems. All right, hold up. Here you go, right here. So 5.5 million. Okay, where are they at? Where they at on the census? Where they at? We only need to take. We only need to take. We only need to take a 500,000 of them people right there and put them on the census, and that's still more than any Africans born here. So, like I said, man, people, do your research. Like I said, if you really serious about this shit, you will be doing this shit heavy. Like to those of you who have time, because this shit is very time consuming. So you might not have time to every day come here and study. You might not have time to really study because your family life might be here. Come home from work. If you get up and work at 7 o'clock and you come home 7 o'clock at nighttime, bro, that's 12 hours, bro. That's 12 hours. So what? You're gonna be up for another 3 hours, and you only got 3 hours to spend with your family, and then you go to sleep and you wake back up at 7 and start the shit all over. No, if you wake up at 7, most of the time people get up around, depending on how long commute you gotta get. Most time people get up about at least 5:30 or whatever. Or some of us we fucking we're lazy as hell, so we jump up. Well, I ain't gonna say we lazy, because a lot of us work hard. Well, a lot of people work hard, and they might just be tired as hell. So when they get up, they might want to get every last minute of rest they can. All right. Oh, here we are. Let me see. Let me reload this. And like I said, man, if you have the change where you can help the brother out, so the brother can definitely get this what's the name out here. And I actually bought a GoPro yesterday for a couple $100. The people who sent me donations. Next, I want to get this video camera. Well, not a video. I already got a video camera, but I want to get a camera, a regular camera on one of them pods, the way I can set it up there and have it recording while I'm interviewing the brother or I'm interviewing the sister. Like I said, because it's a lot, man. It's gonna take me a little change to get out there to these different places. I definitely, if I put Yafa Bey here, I want to meet Yafa Bey in first pay person. I do not. I already spoke to her on the phone. I already watched all her video. The least I can do for this for this documentary is go out there and meet her in the first person, and we can build like that. Like I said, even Dr. Imhotep, even Aline Bey, even. I already spoke to her on the phone. I already watched all her video. For this my bad, Joe. Is go out there and first, and we can. Sorry about that, y'all. What's it, man? That's pretty much what your boy is working on, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right, I'm gonna run it down. As always, my brother Killer White Supremacy and Coon. It's a pleasure, my brother. My brother Carl Victor State. It's a pleasure. That's my brother right there. Mr. Dark Brother One. Peace, my brother. Healing through inspiration. Peace. Robin. Peace, sis. Let's see what else we got. Empire Foundation. Peace, my brother. I appreciate you. Let me see what this nigga talking about. No, 19th century wrote a book about American national. It's a volume. Say the first word dark brown. Yeah, we know it ain't no first. The only ones was dark brown. Aboriginally means first from the beginning, earliest inhabitant. So there are no other people who came here. The people who came here were the freeloaders that's here now. Big American Aborigine piece, Star Strike piece, I Saw Brave piece, A New Breathe piece. Here we are. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm a little tired. I'm actually taking down so I can get this video out. Oh, Aphrodisiac, my brother, peace. And like I said, bro, and you got to understand this too, right? Like, if a brother come from the Caribbean and he your brother, that's your brother. But if a brother come from the Caribbean and he cause confusion, just like your own, you got your own people here. We got black American, we got Aboriginal Americans that cause more confusion than people from other places that come here and they just want to unite with you. I'm with that 100%. I have no problem with any of the brothers and sisters who come here and want to unite with us. I got problems with the brothers that come from any other parts of the Americas that cause confusion, just like our own people cause confusion. Just like our own people cause confusion. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, for the most part, man, you gotta really look into this shit, man. I mean, nah, ain't killer white supremacy. I'm gonna tell you Haitians are not Americans, bro. I just read to you that the Nash chat was in Louisiana and they was enslaved by the French. So what colony did the French send them to? You tell me, what colonies did the French have in the West Indies? They had fucking Haiti. It's the only thing I would assume of. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, man, all of the brothers and sisters that's in America are your brothers, just like the brothers here in North America are your brothers, okay? But guess what, though? You got so many fucking sons, you don't even know who's who. You can't even trust. You can't just like you can't trust your own people. You can't trust nobody until you have an individual, some type of friendship or relationship with that person where you truly know that that person ain't gonna cross you. Because how many of your own brothers that you run around here with and you all buddy with and they fucking cross you on a daily basis and they same people from here. You got family members that do that. So it's not about, oh, this brother, because he from the Caribbean, he can't be trusted. Nah, I met plenty of Caribbean brothers and sisters who I love. I won't ever, man, say anything to cross them or anything against them. And if I can help them, I'll help them out, bro. Because like we said, they sent our brothers and sisters to the West Indies and to the Caribbean, and we don't know who over there. We don't know who came from here and who was already there. So like I said, man, with that being said, man, definitely, please, shout out to everybody that's in the chat room, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate my narrators, Killer White Supremacy and Coon, as well as my brother Ghost. Thank you, brothers, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. I really do, man. And what I'm going to do is, and I can send it to you. And I mean, I order it and pay for it, and I send it to you guys, man. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate everybody, man. And like I said, man, if you get donations, if you can, and if it's really not going to affect your pocket point to where you're going to be like, man, the Thompson is one too. Like, no. I'm trying to get this documentary out, and I'm trying not to spend my own change. But somehow, if I can get a nice distributor and get some real off of it, I'll be more than happy to hit the brothers all in full, or whoever really do the documentary with me, because that's what we want to do. We want to look each other out, man. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, in any of these events where you trying to build something, it should always be like a pyramid type of setting, because if it's a pyramid type of setting, that means we're gonna always respect each other. I can't wait till I get mine to lift me up. I had to lift the next person up. And this is what we gotta understand, man. So like I said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Everybody in the chat room, man. If you can send a donation, it will be more, it will be very thankful to get this documentary. Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is. So with that being said, man, love everybody come through, everybody that got good insight, everybody who view me and, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy the content. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. And also, like I said, man, if you go to Teespring/Atanchinist1, you can cop a t-shirt, man. Also, I'm gonna put the link in the description. I think some of the tees are nice. I think I put a lot of time into some of them, and they are not just some shit where I just made up, just put words. Some of them do got words, some of them got work that I had to do on my own. So, like I said, with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody, man. I know people got to get up and go on that plantation. It's almost 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, you know, get y'all guys some rest, man. Nonetheless, my brother, you got 8 nuts. How was the shirt? Did you like it? How did it fit? Yeah, because I want something. I want shirts, man, where it fitting, man, where you know what I'm saying, where it's fitting nice and I don't want no joints where it's all big and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you brothers who do that, but nah, I like my shit to be fitting, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Carl, man. I love that brother, Carl, man. That's my brother, man. He reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. All right, that's what's up, man. Just let me know if you have any problems with it. You got my email. You got my email, nonetheless. I'm gonna put in the description, right? And that's anybody. If anybody cop any of them t-shirts and it's not what you was looking for, please feel free to let me see. Please feel free to email me and let me know. Like I said, I ain't trying to beat nobody, man. I'm just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it out. What's up, Mr. Dark, bro? That's my brother right there, Aphrodisiac. And like I said, everybody else that's in there, man. Robin, how you doing, sis? Healing through inspiration. That's right. So let's build on economics and entrepreneur. That's what's up, man. You know what? That's what we're going to do something on, definitely, man. And you know what? A healing through inspiration, bro. Look, once you send me, email me. And if that's what you got, something you could build on, you could come on the platform and build on that, bro. Real talk. You can come here and you could build on that, man, because that's what we trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, nonetheless, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Libra Sun, peace. Definitely, man. I really appreciate y'all, really, man. And like I said, y'all be sticking with the kid. I really appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, this ain't about little yos, my brother. Peace, my brother. And like I said, this is not about jokers bragging about view. Fuck that. I don't care about no views. I listen. If I get good views, I care about the fact that people coming through and people listening. But you ain't gonna hear me like, man, hit them like buttons. Hit them like button, man. Fuck all that. That shit ain't really. It really doesn't even make a difference, man. The pennies that people get off of YouTube. I mean that, you know, that I get. But you got people who got millions of views where they get plenty of views. I mean, where they get at least $2,000 to $3,000 a month, man. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do a live, Aphrodisiac, send me an email. Send me an email. Healing through inspiration. Send me an email. Paula, peace. That's right. Real talk. Send me an email. You got my email. Send the email, please. And just put, you know what I'm saying? If you want to put your number in it, put your number. When you send the email to me, send me your number and I call you out. And like I said, I reach out to everybody, y'all. So don't I check my emails every day, at least 4 or 5 times a day, and I have no problem, man. That's right, man. Carl, man, you know, we 720 here, man. We cycle the lifespan. You know how we do it. But yeah, yo, I really appreciate y'all, man. That's right. I really appreciate y'all, really, man. Like I said, I enjoy doing this, man, and I'm gonna do this until my damn tongue fall out my mouth. All right. So with that being said, man, I'm about to take it down. It's 1 o'clock. I know a lot of you brothers and sisters got to get up and go to work if you're on the East Coast. Um, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Definitely, man. Thank you for coming through. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. And with that being said, man, this is the Conscious one, man. Love and light to everybody in there. Love and light to the people, family. Like I said, if you can send a donation, the link is in the description. Send it if you can. I'm not telling nobody, don't send me shit if you can't take care of your family. Your family is not well taken care of. Abandon the fact that sending me a donation. We could find some other way to get it. Make sure you take care of your little ones. Make sure you take care of your priorities first, okay? Because that's what's most important, man. And even when it comes to getting a t-shirt, you can't afford a t-shirt, I don't care. As long as you come through, say some kind words, say peace, A1, and that's it, man. That's good enough for me, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it ain't about selling nothing. It's about you guys learning who you are. But in that process, we wear Polo, Nike, Jordans and all that. Rep your shirt, rep a shirt, bro. So people can look at it. And like I said, I wear my shit to the gym. I be in the gym, fucking be looking like, man, land of the thief. Who the thief? Oh, you are. You the thief. Oh, my ancestors ain't had this. You do. Your ancestors, you are still here. You're still here on this fucking land, nigga. So until you leave this land, you're gonna have everything to do with your ancestors. So stop it. Stop the fucking bullshit. Okay? That being said, man, it's the time for this one, man. Hopefully, like I said, you can donate. Please donate. If you can cop a tea, cop a tea. And with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. I see y'all probably next week when I get the brother AP and the brother Jag. We do part 5 of the Aboriginal Encyclopedia, 15,000 years of innovation, man. So with that being said, man, love and light to the Aborigines, peace. Make sure you try to make a declaration of who you are. Let these people know. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? We only live once, man. And we might as well live on who we are instead of live your life as a lie and claiming to be an African. Okay? So with that being said, it is the time to this one, man. Peace.